Welcome to Season 2 of the Breakaway Breakdown podcast, the official podcast of the Breakaway Roping Journal. This season, we're bringing you all the interviews you love with the top ropers in the game, news about what's happening in the industry, training tips, and so much more. Plus, we're expanding to bring you news from other events that you love, like goat tying and tie-down roping. I'm your host, Casey Allen. Let's jump in. I hope you guys are ready because we are dropping a series of pre-NFBR interviews from some pretty legendary folks over the next few days. If you're listening at the time of release, it is very, very early on Monday morning, and I am already en route to Las Vegas for the NFBR. We're going to touch down, hit the ground running. Part of our team is already in Las Vegas, but I'm going to hit you guys rapid fire with 3 interviews over the next 2 days. The first one is going to be with one of the voices of the NFBR, Anthony Lucia. Now, Lucia has been nominated for Announcer of the Year in the PRCA. And something you may not know about Anthony Lucia is that he is actually quite the handy roper himself. I've seen him crack out at rodeos before. He roped with Speed Williams at Salt Lake City last year when it was a WCRA. Rodeo is in his blood. He grew up working alongside his father, Tommy Lucia. Tommy was a 3-time PRCA Specialty Act of the Year. He is in the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2019 and one of the biggest names in rodeo entertainment. Anthony Lucia followed closely in his footsteps and then took it and ran with that legacy. He was on America's Got Talent before. You may have heard him announcing one of your favorite pro rodeos. You might have heard him during a broadcast of a WCRA or PBR or PRCA event. He hosts shows during the NFR. Wait till you hear his insane schedule that is going to be playing out as you guys are listening to this interview this week. This is one of my favorite interviews I have done all year. I always love when I get a chance to call Anthony Lucia. I talked to him over on the Short Score one time on the Team Roping Journals podcast. And something that we share is that we are both true blue fans of the sport. He gets as excited about the contestants and the production and the show and the feels and the opening ceremonies and everything as I do. So I always have a great time talking to him. He's going to give you guys some great tips on staying healthy if you're headed to Las Vegas. And I think you guys are going to love it. Now, you are going to get tired of hearing me talk over the next few days. So I'm going to cut right to the chase. We're going to jump into this interview, and then I'm going to tell you more about our wonderful sponsor, Fastback Ropes, at the commercial break. Without further ado, here's Anthony Lucia.
Hello, Miss Allen.
What you doing?
Oh, not too much. You?
Oh, just got my hair did, hanging out in the back of my mom's hair salon, calling you.
Nice.
It's all the multitasking. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been up to? Is it still an okay time for you?
Yeah, this is a great time.
Sweet.
I've been up to just preparing for all of the shenaniganry of the NFR.
Okay, so
ensue.
What does the shenaniganry, pre-shenanigans look like for you? Like, what's your schedule like leading up to NFR?
So I get there Sunday. I have meetings that start Monday morning with rodeo committees, and then we've got the NFR breakaway luncheon at 11. And then we're going to have a rehearsal after that for the breakaway at 1. And then more meetings with committees and different things that I'm doing Monday evening or afternoon, while also somewhere in there fitting in, going to the convention center and making sure the stage and everything is all good over there. And then Tuesday morning, I start PRCA stuff at the convention. I'm going to be moderating a panel on rodeo production for rodeos and the Cowboy Channel to be able to work together better and put better products out. And then then that's 8:30 to 10, and then I'll have a couple hours to finish up any last minute preparation for the breakaway, which feel pretty confident that if they said I had to do it in the next 27 minutes, I could do it. But and then we'll do the meetings pre-breakaway and then breakaway 2 to 4 on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night at 5, I'll be hosting the Golden Carpet with Garrett Yergin at the South Point pre-back number ceremony. And then Wednesday, and then I'll go to like some rodeo committee gatherings Tuesday night. Then Wednesday morning, I have a meeting at 10. And then sometime in there, I have to go back to the convention center and meet with the security team there to make sure that all of my guests can get where they need to get without any issue. And then we have another day of prayer, and I'll have about an hour and a half off after that to get ready for the awards banquet, of which I'm nominated top 5 announcer of the year.
Congrats.
Thank you. Do the awards banquet and then host the cinch endorsee and rodeo party in the showroom immediately following that. And then Thursday morning, start with Live with Lucia. And then some odds and ends. And then I'll be at the NFR every night doing NFR insider stuff at the Thomas and Mack. And I'll also be filming the Pivot Bio pivotal moments of the round, as well as the Resist All rewinds each night. And then on Friday and Saturday, I'll do my show, and then I'll announce the BFO World Championships. And then on Sunday, I'll do my show and then go to the Golden Circle of Champions and host that. And then Monday, do my show and then NFR stuff. Tuesday, do my show and then host the Resist All Rookie of the Year banquet and NFR stuff. And then rinse and repeat all of that at the BFO World Championships. Oh, and both Fridays, I do the Hui parties as well at the Brooklyn Bowl.
Okay, so, I mean, do you use a paper planner? Is this in your brain? Like, how are you balancing all these different things? Because I know for us, the schedules are dizzying. And you have, 4 more layers on top of it. Plus, you have to look nice. We don't.
Yeah. I always keep a couple extra changes of clothes in my SUV and extra jackets and suit coats. And I always keep an extra cowboy hat in. And so, if I need to make a wardrobe change, I can. And then, but yeah, I have it on paper, and then I also have it on my phone. And I also like to, like I say, I've had to say it a lot just because people ask, what all are you doing? Mm-hmm. And so that helps a lot just by repeating it and getting it into your brain.
So where is South Point your home base there?
I'll be there from Sunday to Wednesday.
Okay.
The first, this coming Sunday till Wednesday, and then I'll move to the Westgate. And then I'll also be at Resorts World too, because I have a room there as well. And
goodness.
We'll be bouncing around at times with a go bag if needed with different events.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask this too, because again, being a media person, we have our tricks, but how are you fitting sleep in? How are you taking care of yourself, and how are you taking care of your voice?
So, sleep, thankfully the NFR is an hour earlier. So that's actually far easier than it used to be. Because even though it's just an hour, it feels like you have so much more time of the day once the rodeo's over. And because then, once I film my stuff after the rodeo, that we're generally done 30 minutes after the rodeo's over. So, after the rodeo is kind of my go get a bite to eat, chill out time, and get ready for the next day. And then taking care of myself. I mean, obviously, the last 2 months, this sounds really weird, but I've been training a lot. Just physically training and getting your body where you don't fatigue easy, basically. And so that you can, and then I've also, my coach, Doug Champion, has been helping me a lot where.
Okay. He's Champion Fitness, right?
Yep. He's been helping me a ton with basically feeding yourself the right kinds of food so that you can eat less and feel good. Mm-hmm. And because I don't know if you're anything like me, if I eat anything more than what I'm really need, I feel it's nap time. I'm weird like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to keep your energy level too.
Yeah, especially exactly. And because I have to be on, quote unquote, all day, basically, I can't ever be I'm going through a lull. And so that's really what I've been doing since October. So for the last 2 months, and then fasting and just doing some not weird stuff, but just stuff to help your brain and your body where it's all working at a high level. And it's kind of opened my eyes. I've worked out the last 2 years. I've always kind of worked out, but I have a tendency to get lazy in the summer, bad lazy in the summer because I'm tired.
And you're traveling and.
Yeah, and I make excuses easily, like, I just flew in, and let's pig out, and not get up early in the morning and work out. And anyways, Doug has like opened my eyes the last 2 months, really 2 months, and he's been trying to like break through to me with like, dude, I can make you where you're a machine, like you're unstoppable. But the last 2 months, it's like really made sense to me, and so that's kind of what I've been doing to prepare. And then I've been trying to stay up pretty late at home just to kind of get where I'm still like, I'll work out like at like 7 or 8 and just kick my butt so that around 6 o'clock I have that energy. Just training your body and your mind to react and to be able to come alive at all times of the day so that I don't ever get slow.
That's so fascinating to me because, people think about what the athletes do, but there's this whole other side of it with not just the brands that are out there, the media folks, the production people, like there's this whole other side to the Vegas experience.
Yeah. I mean, and like, I'm not in no way, like Leighton Berry sent me his workout the other day and I go, you did what? Like, it's like, they're on a whole entirely different level, but with all the years that I've been out there, I've the last 2 or 3 years, I've really started to learn that if I want to be good, because I guess I just got tired of being okay on some days and really good on other days, where I want to be at my very best every single day and every single show and every time I turn on a microphone where I'm firing. And like the preparation that I put in the lab has been like, it's awesome. Like I love it. It's what I truly enjoy. So it doesn't ever feel like work, but like writing my shows, scheduling my shows, writing the timelines, and that's just for my show. And then like all the writing of the scripts for the Resist All Rookie of the Year banquet and just everything, and gathering video and graphics and getting stuff made. It's been a blast, but I've just learned if you want to perform at a high level doing anything, I think you have to, at least in my opinion, there's guys that can party all night and wake up and be awesome. I'm not that guy.
I envy those people because I am not that. I'm worthless if I do that.
Same. And like the couple nights, like at the Hui parties, like I'll have a couple drinks, but I don't ever stay out late because it takes me, especially now that I'm getting older, it takes me. I used to could be that guy where I would go out and have fun till 3 or 4 in the morning and sleep for a few hours and then go bangarang, but not no more. And I also have higher expectations of myself.
That's what I was going to say. You probably hold yourself to such a higher standard because you're always improving. You're always grinding. Like,
yeah, I don't ever want to just be like, man, same crap for the last 10 years. Like I just don't want to do that. Like and that's just, I don't know. Well, and then lots of vitamins and elderberry and emergency and,
Do you have the old people's like pill containers and stuff? Because that's what I have to put all my little supplements in.
No, I don't. We drink Spark around our house, and I've really got to really like Celsius. Mm-hmm. And that Spark has got so many, like we don't sell it or nothing, we'll buy it, but it's got a lot of good vitamins and stuff in it, and it also gives you a kick in the butt if you need it.
Yeah. And this is not an ad, but I'm a Core Vive, that energy stuff. That's my drug of choice.
Yep. I've had that a couple times. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, we've gone off on a tangent, which I love. But this is your second year for the Breakaway Finals, correct?
Yes, I did it in 2021.
Okay. So talk to me about that experience and what it was like in 2021 at the Breakaway Finals. We'll start there.
So 2021 was the first year that it was in Vegas, mm-hmm. and it was at the Orleans Arena, and the Orleans did a great job. And Chris Woodruff, they opened up they basically showed. It was pretty cool because they were able to show in Las Vegas that, hey, we can get some people and we can put on a great show, and the girls can be timely getting into the box and run it off as a production, which was the rumor mill, or not even the rumor mill, but kind of the word on the street is, it'll take too long and blah, 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 blah. Well, the girls stepped up and kicked butt, and it was an incredible show. And there was no there was no cracking under the pressure. Like every single girl that qualified that year stepped up in a giant way and freaking kicked tail, and the rounds were tight and exciting, and the pace of the show, they had a great shoot boss, John Gwatney, kept everything running off smooth, and Jordan Joe did a great job interviewing, and so it's just fun to be anytime you can be a part of crowning a world champion is, for me, it's like it's so humbling, because you look at these people who have sacrificed and poured into their specialty for an entire year, hundreds of thousands of miles, God knows how much money, how many tears, the ups and the downs of the rodeo world, and to see them get to compete, even if they don't win the world title, there's only going to be one world champion, but to watch them compete and the look of victory or the agony of defeat, it is, as a fan, like I'm a fan to the core of our industry. And so like, it's so special to get to be a part of that and tell those stories and tell the nuances of the ups and the downs of what they've been through that year, and the horse changes, or Kelsey Domer won like $18,000 in the last, or like in the first 2 weeks of September, which put her back where she needed to be. Brady Good won $38,000 in the last 2 weeks of the season to catapult herself into the top 15. Like those kinds of stories, and the Jackie Crawfords coming off of a giant WPRA finals and winning, adding 3 gold buckles to her name, and now has a chance to be a 24-time world champion. And like, God, I could go on because it's just exciting, and to see it firsthand and be a part of telling that story to the general public and to the other fans. I'm not just pandering, and I'm not just saying this, like it's literally a dream.
Hey, I felt like such a baby last year in 2022, just being down there, because it's such a different experience than the NFR, right? Like you're so much more intimate, and you get to see the girls. And like I was tearing up during the opening ceremonies. Like they're here. This is awesome for breakaway ropers, especially.
Yes, absolutely.
Today's episode is brought to you by Fastback Ropes. Fastback Ropes offers 2 options for breakaway ropers. One of them is for calf ropers as well, and that is the Fastback Edge. The Edge is a 4-strand calf rope made of texturized poly. It's a tough and durable rope that is made to stand up in all conditions and outlast the competition. Some of its claims to fame are that it stays true no matter what weather conditions you're in. It has very little stretch, and it's a very low maintenance rope. This is a great one for beginners. It's very easy to take care of, very durable, and it's just a very smooth and quick rope. Now, for breakaway ropers, especially those that prefer a core in their rope, the Pink Athena rope is a phenomenal breakaway rope. It's a 4-strand rope with a purple dyed poly core. The poly core provides an enhanced tip weight and durability. It's a tough and durable rope made to stand up in all conditions and has a very snappy finish in close. Both of those ropes are available in an extra soft and soft lay. For more information, head to www.fastbackropes.com. Again, that's www.fastbackropes.com, and be sure to follow them on social media and thank them for supporting breakaway ropers. Okay, back to today's episode.
And something too, like that I wanted to touch on that I think is so unique from a rodeo standpoint about the NFBR specifically is having 5 rounds each day. You watch those girls on a roller coaster.
Uh-huh. Well, and Trevor Brazil has always said, because I've asked him, like, how did you do steer tripping, tie down, and team roping? And like, if you did good in one or did bad in one, how did you maintain your level of consistency for all those years? And he said, short memory. And that comes to fruition at the highest level at when you're running 5 rounds and you have the opportunity to, whether you just went 1-6, you're still in the average or whatever it is, like having a short memory is key. And to be able to, the mental fortitude that those ladies have to have, whether you miss 3 in a row, you still got 2 more chances to win another 10,000. I mean, like, it's incredible. And to watch them and be able to, Like, I admire that about them, because I don't know if I could mentally do that, where if you run through the barrier and miss one, and then you got to shake it off, because in literally 13 minutes, you're going to be running another one.
Mm-hmm. Or even like Ricky Engesser, now Ricky Fanning. I mean, one of the days last year, she changed horses partway through the day. Just completely swapped her. It's like jackpotting and rodeo collide in one place.
Yeah. Well, and I've talked to a lot of the girls to see, what horse Haley Williams. I said, what horse are you riding? And she said, Red Light Hummer Blazer QB. I'll let you know. And it's just funny, you've got the Aaron Johnsons or the Joey Williams, and they've got or like Shelby with Anna, and, you've got these girls that have the one horse, but you're feeling it out literally as you're competing for a world title. Like, what horse is going to work best in this setup? And I think that's what a testament to the horses like Chico and Anna, because they're good everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Where those girls have so much confidence in them, where we can kick butt no matter what and no matter where.
I love that, especially like in the barrel racing. There's so many switch ups, and it's so cool to me that, the breakaway at such a high level now that you almost have to have two horses. But like you said, there's some horses that are just baby, like baby or Anna. What about Haley Williams? I know you've been tight with that family. You have a connection to that family. So talk about, I know you got a little soft spot for Haley.
I do. I've known both her and Gabe since they were little bitty, and Speed has always been just a constant good dude in my life. And Jen's been the same for the last 15. I might have known them for almost 20 years now.
Getting old, Lucia.
Haley, yeah, I am. That's an inanimate fact. In fact, I think all of us are. But either way, but Haley, it's been so fun to watch her progression, because when I was team roping a lot and I started to heel in the 10s and the 11s, she was just dominating the number 11 roping's heading. She's incredibly talented with a rope. And now to see her focus on the breakaway and her just doing amazing. And then the battle between her and Shelby, and she's just a kid. Like my goodness. And that's what it's so easy for us to forget. And I'll go into other events as well at the national finals, but there's so many high level competitors who are true superstars who are literally children.
Yeah, like Shad Mayfield. Everybody thinks he's older.
He's 23. What? I'm not even going to tell you what I was doing when I was 23 years old. I wasn't doing anything. Literally nothing. And it's so neat. And that's where, and also Haley, and knowing what it's like to have a somewhat rodeo famous father, let alone the greatest of all time team roping header that's ever been, there is an added pressure to that. And I always try, when I announce her, I try to avoid she's the daughter of Speed Williams, because she has, this year especially, has easily created a legend of all of her own. Mm-hmm. And the days of who's this Haley Williams? Well, for one, it's Haley Williams for anybody listening. It's spelt different, but it's Haley. But the days of people just saying Haley Williams, the daughter of Speed Williams, 8-time world champion and Pro Rodeo Hall of Famer, those are over, in my opinion. If you want to make mention to help tell her story, that's cool. But what she's accomplished and how she battled last year, got her tail kicked, and didn't have a storybook year, and then for her to work as hard as she has, battle through injuries, battle through horse stuff, and to do what she's done now, coming in number 2 in the world, just not very far. About 18,000 out of first place. And the average is going to pay a lot. The rounds are going to pay 5,000. So she can she's going to have to work hard and rope good. But, it's just neat to see, because she's a youngster. And it's pretty dang incredible to have watched her grow up. And she's got an awesome coach and her dad, but she's done it. And her dad can only do so much, where she's the one that's got a back in the box, score good, ride hard, and rope. And she's done it.
And I'm so glad you brought that up about the World Championship also, because that's something we've really wanted to stress to the fans, is it's not locked up. Haley's got tough company there at the top, but we all know what Martha Angeloni And with Sarah, you know, what those girls can do when they get on a hot streak. I mean, it's going to be fun out there.
Yes, it's going to be an incredible competition. With what should be setting the regular season earnings record with 164,000 is just incredible, because Martha last year with winning the world won 130,000. Mm-hmm. That was after her year. And so it's my goodness. This is going to be last year, everybody, they were trying to win as much money as they could. And obviously Taylor Munsell kicked tail and she won close to 30,000 or something like that. But with this year, I mean, it's anybody's ball game, really. I mean, not, you know what I mean?
But anything can happen out there.
Absolutely. Oh my word. And I mean, and like one of the notes that I made was, this is the second time the Shelbys came in number one. Shelby came in number one in 2021, and Sawyer Gilbert freaking brought the cheese and won the world. And so it's one of those things where it's like it's anybody's ball game. And the average is going to pay $13,000 to first, going to pay 8 monies. Second's going to pay $11,000. Each round's going to pay a little over $5,000. So lots of money. I mean, it's a $250,000 payout. And that you never know what can happen. And I've watched breakaway roping all year long. And when I think it's going to go the way that I think it's going to go, it doesn't. So there's one thing I've learned being an announcer. You never know with rodeo. That's again, why I love rodeo so much, because the variables and the people that can be better than them and withstand them are going to be the champions.
Heck yeah. What else do you think people need to know about the breakaway finals? I mean, we've been, making sure people know about tickets, coming out to the South Point. I mean, because it is such an experience in there, and the fans make that rodeo so much fun.
Yes, and this is the biggest thing for breakaway. If people have a hope that one day the breakaway will be inside the Thomas and Mack, and if people want that, then those same people need to buy a ticket, come into Vegas a day early, literally, and you can go to the back number ceremony. There's going to be an autograph session with the breakaway girls. There's shopping that's taking place at the South Point. There's tons of good stuff, and you can come in early and actually get to experience and witness these girls. But more than that, support them, because everybody knows the more noise, the more energy. Why is the Thomas and Mack such a special place? Because you got 16,000 people screaming their heads off for every event. That raises the level of competition. And yeah, they can perform in slacks, but this is a world championship event. And I would love nothing more than to pack that sucker and show the whole world that breakaway, that not only is it the fastest growing sport in rodeo when it comes to membership, but also is one of the most exciting events to watch in rodeo.
I love that. Well, we're pumped to have you on the mic this year. I love even the little rodeos back east. You have always brought such an energy to anywhere you're at. It can be a field in the middle of Maryland. So I can't wait to see what happens when they put you in the South Point.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and get to do it with Will Rasmussen, who's been a longtime hero and friend for many, many years since I was a young man, and has always just been a gem of an individual. Like he's a treasure, and to get to do it with him, and our styles are very different, and it's going to be a lot of fun because you're going to get 2 different points of view, 2 different personalities, and 2 different approaches of how we set up moments and the competition. And with Jill Franzen on the music, I mean, it's going to be a really good show. And that's, at the end of the day, my heart. Yes, I want the competition to be great, and I want everybody to do good. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an incredible show, and it's going to be 2 hours of entertainment and watching the best breakaway ropers in the world compete for loads of money on a world championship stage for big time dollars. And that's going to be something that nobody needs to miss.
Well, it might be a bad pun, but that was a mic drop from me. So.
Okay. Don't drop the mic. Those mics are expensive.
No, Mike is still on the stand. We're good. But
okay.
Well, thank you so much for letting me, take up a little bit of your time this close to the finals. We will be at that autograph signing after the first performance. We're going to have 4 girls covering that event. Our whole team's going to be there.
Awesome.
So we're pumped.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And I know Jackie Crawford's doing some special giveaways and stuff with Smarty, and it's just like the whole experience. And then like getting to see those, I don't know, it's just special. Like, right, this is only the 2021, 22, that's the fourth year that pro rodeo is crowned a world champion. And it's like we're literally witnessing history every time. And it's like, I don't know, it's just cool. That's all. It's just to see rodeo's growth and the ladies of rodeo and the WPRA in their 75th year now, you know, a lot giving the opportunity for these girls to rope in Las Vegas on a big stage for big time money. And again, for that world championship. And then the girl will also be recognized in the gold buckle ceremony in the 10th round at the Thomas and Mack. It's so neat. So neat.
I love that. Yeah. These are the years like they're going to be talking about in 20 and 30 years that when this got rolling. I always think that's so cool to be a part of.
It is. It's like what we witnessed with Stetson Ride and what we witnessed with Casey Field and what we witnessed with Trevor Brazil. It's like in 30 years, and now what we're seeing with Jackie Crawford and Martha Angeloni and Shelby Beaujolais and all of the girls, these are the legends. These are the foundation that are literally writing history as we know it.
Well, heck yeah. Well, I will let you go. Thank you again for coming on the breakdown today.
You bet, Casey. Have a good day.
Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this interview, and now you see why I dropped this one first in our rapid fire series, because you need to come hang out with us. If you're in Las Vegas or you're in the area, come on over a day or two early, come see the Breakaway Ropers, have a little bit of fun. We'll be at the autograph signing, meet our team, meet the girls, and just love on these Breakaway Ropers and support them and let them know that you are so pumped to see who ends up to be the world champion. All right, you guys are about to hear from me in just a few hours with the next guest in our all-star lineup, the one and only Larry D. Guy. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Fastback Ropes. Make sure to check out fastbackropes.com for more information on the Edge and the Athena. And I mean, if you cross over into team roping land, go ahead and check out their team ropes as well. They make a great product all around. Talk to you guys soon.